Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we are going over the Pan American Cruiser event that's currently live in the Armory. I know I'm a little bit late on covering this, but a couple of you guys asked me on stream and commented on a couple of the videos asking for coverage of the event and what I think about it, and do I think it's a better event than normally, because they have changed quite a bit with the Pan American Cruiser Early Access event than compared to older events. Normally we have one line of random bundles that you can purchase if you don't want to grind out the whatever they want to call the new tokens for the event, along with a sequential bundle of bundles that normally contain mostly the tech aligned ships and a couple of permanent camouflages for them for the event. Then at the end you can normally dump 20k dubs into getting the tier 10 if you want to do so, but that is not the case this year. Before we go any further, I do want to apologize if I sound a little weird. I am currently sick. The weather's changing. It's that time of the year, so I do apologize for that going forward. And also, too, if you are looking for a clan, T-Soft, the channel's clan, is recruiting. We have clans for casual players, semi-competitive, and competitive clans, so if you would like to join us, link to the application is down below. Alright, so let's take a look at the event in the Armory. So, if you'll pop up your Armory screen, if you don't want to do that, you can just look on screen right now. I'll be throwing it up here right now if editing Sealord is awake still. So you will see the Pan American Cruiser event up here in the featured section. You click on it, and you see there is two random bundles, random bundle chains or lines, whatever you want to call them, available. You have the normal one that is, you throw dubs at it and you have a chance of getting the tier 9, which in this case is a Santander, or the Nueva de Julio, the tier 7 Pan American light cruiser, which is an okay-ish ship. It's not that great, but it is okay. Now, one thing you'll notice is that normally these bundles tap out around 62, 60, 55. There's 218 bundles in this chain. Now, if you do look down here, though, you do get a much lower cost. These bundles only cost 350 dubs instead of the normal 1,000 dubs. So you might start to think, oh, okay, so they're cheaper, but there's more. So you might have a better chance of getting the Santander, the tier 9 for cheap, but there's more bundles, so I think the odds kind of even out. Now you can, let me see what the discount you get. So on the discount, if you buy all of them, which will cost just 76,300 doubloons normally, 61,000 with the discount, if you want to do that, which I am not going to do that, obviously. But anyway, yeah, so there's more, but they cost less. Then, if you go down here to the second random bundle chain, you'll notice that these guys are available for free XP, 17,500 free XP a bundle. And there's 111 of them. Now, what is important to note is that in both of these bundles, the amount of tokens you get per bundle is reduced. In the free XP one, you get 20 of these new tokens per bundle. In the Doubloons one, you get 30 tokens per bundle. So, even though there's more and they cost less, they give you less. Which, when I first looked at it, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. There's more bundles, they cost less, but you might have a slightly better chance of getting the tier 9 for cheap, so they want people to be dragged into it. But then also, too, if you go take a look at the sequential bundles, which, by the way, you can get up to the tier 7, the Bolognese, completely for free just by playing the game and completing the missions and such. I believe you get some from the Battle Pass too. You get up to the tier 7 for free, which is fantastic. That's most of the line done right there just by playing the game. But if you take a look at the San Martin, the tier 10 no longer costs 20,000 dubs. It is a mere 3,000 tokens. So you might think, oh, hold up a second. Can you potentially get the San Martin for free or at a much cheaper cost than normally? Well, I did some maths. So, if you were to grind up to the tier 7 in the sequential bundles, which you can do, you can get that one complete for free, you would need to come up with 4,200 doubloons, not 1,400, 4,200 doubloons, not doubloons, tokens. because you can get the Bologna and the Tier 8 Perma Camo free. After that, the Ignacio Allende Perma Camo, the Santander Perma Camo, and the San Martin, you have to come up with those tokens. That's 4,200 tokens. And that's if you grind all the previous bundles, which most regularly active players probably can do fairly easily. Normally, even if I don't buy these bundles or anything, because I'm not throwing my wallet at the game to get a slightly weaker booster in the random bundles. I do normally get just about most of the early access ships. Now, granted, I do play a little bit more than your average Joe, but I normally do without even thinking about it. So, if you want to get the San Martin in early access, you have to come up with 4,200 tokens. If you want to purchase them outright from the random bundles, you would need to get 140 of those 200 and something bundles. At 350 dubs a piece, that's 49,000 doubloons, which is $200 US worth of doubloons to get the Santander's Perma Camo and the San Martin. Now, do keep in mind, in the random bundles, you do also get to the blue and green boosters. Most of the bundles do give you blue boosters, so you are getting those. So there's some value there for sure, but that's a lot of money to throw at a Techline ship that's going to be coming out completely for free in 2 months. Then you might be saying, well, Sealord, what about the free XP ones? Surely that'll bring the cost down. It will. So the free XP bundles, you again, if you haven't purchased any bundles or whatever, you just ground it out up to the Tier 8 Perma Camo and the Sequential bundles, you still need to come up with 4,200 tokens. Now, the free XP bundles only give 20 tokens a bundle. And of the bundles, there's only 110 of them. But you would need 210 of these bundles to get those 4,200 tokens. There's only 110. So, if you want to get 110 of the free XP bundles to get the cost of your San Martin down as much as possible, they cost 17,500 free XP a bundle. Multiply that by 110, and you come up with 1.925 million free XP. Now, granted, free XP, if you have the appropriate boosters, you know how to farm, which I have several videos on that if you would like to take a look at those. You can do that very easily in a couple of weeks. No doubt in my mind that someone that knows how to farm and has a good farming ship, you can do that quite easily. But keep in mind, even after grinding 1.9 million free XP and buying 110 of these bundles, you still have to come up with 2,000 tokens, because you get 2,200 tokens from the free XP. So, you subtract those 2,000 tokens from, you have those 2,000 tokens left, you now have to buy 67 of the normal premium bundles for doubloons, at 350 doubloons a smack. Which, if you do the math there, that is 23,450 doubloons. Which is $99 worth of doubloons. So, unless I've done my math wrong here, which I'm pretty sure I haven't, granted I'm a geography teacher, you will be paying more for early access to your San Martin, even if you grind out 1.9 million free XP. Which is kind of crazy in my mind. One would think that if you grind out 1.9 million free XP, you would, be able to get a Techline ship for a pretty decent cost. Now keep in mind too, 1.9 million free XP. That's a tier 10. That is quite literally a tier 10. It costs about 750 to a million free XP to get a tier 10 line completely done. I know, because I've reset the Haruma line God knows how many times for Research Bureau ships. Granted, the Haruma line is pretty cheap, but still. And keep in mind too, with 1.9 million free XP, you are not far away from a tier 9 premium ship. You can get an Agir or an Azuma for that much. Well, a little bit more, of course, but if you already have 1.9 million free XP, another 100,000 free XP isn't really that much to add on. And those ships are excellent Tier 9 premium ships that I can vouch for, that are good. The Pan American Cruiser line, I haven't played those yet. They're still in testing. A lot can change before they come out. They're in early access, but they can still change before they get fully released. So yeah, not only do you have to grind more, but if you want to buy the thing outright, you're still paying more, even if you grind almost 2 million free XP. You're paying 3,000 more dubs to get that Tier 10 ship. That's a tech line ship that's going to be completely free in 2 months. Yeah. Now again, you are getting a lot of boosters, and with the free XP bundles, you're getting a lot of signal flags with purchasing every single one of those free XP bundles. So there is that. Of course, there's value there, but I mean, guys, it's a tech line ship. It's going to be completely free in 2 months. Like I've said with these early access events, they're going to be free. No need to waste your money on a tech line ship. That's especially this much. Again, my advice is always with these events, grind out the ones you can get for free, and then don't look at it. Because again, you got the Tier 7. You can get the Tier 8, Tier 9, and Tier 10. You can probably grind on enough XP on the Tier 7 between when these events go live and when they fully release a ship line. 10 weeks, yeah, that's definitely enough to grind out enough XP on that Tier 7 to get the Tier 8, 9, and 10 when the line goes live. So, yeah. Avoid it. Don't worry about it. Have a wonderful Wednesday, wonderful rest of your week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 50,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Hope you guys have a wonderful week, wonderful Wednesday, wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.